Hailing from the seaside village of Morepesok comes the tale of a youth that stared death in the eye. From a reserved young child to a brazen young man, the saying of the carp that crossed the dragon's gate would be too lackluster to describe the experiences of this youth that shocked even the Harbingers of the Fatui before becoming one himself. Yet this man, known to the world as Snezhnaya's weapon of war, is naught but a caring older brother whilst around his family, which holds true to his personality, a battle-crazed warrior or a gentle older brother. Born the third of a family of 6 children, Ajax grew up shy and reserved. He was one that enjoyed the company of his family and would often accompany his father when out fishing. Hearing the tales of adventure spoken of by his father, the young Ajax would often imagine himself as the protagonist of such tales. One day, under a flight of sudden fancy, the young Ajax would run from home in search of adventure. With nothing but a short sword and a bag of bread in hand, the young 14-year-old was ill-prepared, to say the least. Soon finding himself lost in the snowy terrain and under the pursuit of wolves and bears, young Ajax would begin fleeing for his life. It was under this pursuit that Ajax would stumble into a crack on the earth's surface. Though this freed him from the pursuit of the beasts that haunted him, it also left him vulnerable within a world of darkness. Surrounded by darkness and an overwhelming sense of danger, the young Ajax could do naught but despair. However, fate had yet to abandon him, as here he would meet a solitary swordsman. Taking pity on the child, the swordsman Skirk would take it upon himself to pass on his knowledge on the art of the blade to young Ajax. As such would begin the master-disciple relationship between Ajax and Skirk. It was during this time that Ajax would awaken his love for battle. The feeling of defeating being stronger than oneself and escaping the clutches of death time and time again overwhelmed him. 3 months later, when he was already capable of moving through the abyss unhindered, he would find himself back outside in the snow-covered world. To his surprise, he would find out later that only 3 days had gone by from when he had departed from home. Returning back home to his family's delight, little did they know of the changes in sight. Shortly after returning, Ajax would find himself constantly stirring up trouble and always fighting. This had become naught but a part of his nature. Worried of the consequences of what his actions could lead to, his father would send him off to the Fatui in hopes of being disciplined. Yet lo and behold, would this be a blunder? The Fatui would soon suffer much for this decision. Defeat after defeat did their soldiers suffer as the battle-crazed maniac sought foes stronger. This, however, would alert the higher brass, and soon would come time for military judgment. Seeing his potential and passion for battle, inducted would he be to the Fatui as a soldier. One can trust him, but ought not get too attached. He has unusual tastes when it comes to combat. The encounters he craves most being those that bring him closest to his own demise. Words later uttered by Pulcinella, the fifth of the Harbingers of the Fatui, who personally oversaw the recruitment of Ajax. Though recruited as a normal soldier, with his strength and desire for battle, it would not be long before Ajax would work his way to the top of the organization, becoming the youngest Harbinger of the Fatui. On the day of the ceremony where he was crowned the 11th Harbinger, he would meet the Tsaritsa, the master he served. Seeing the yellow figure that lay on her throne, convinced was he by her gaze of her qualities as a warrior. Winning his respect and loyalty that day, the Tsaritsa would acquire his fealty forever. Tartaglia was the title bestowed upon him as Harbinger, whereas Childe was most likely a codename that stuck throughout his days as a recruit. With a pride as high as the heavens themselves, Tartaglia would see to the end any task he took on. The weight of his promises heavier than the stars. Accomplish would he his goals by hook or by crook. In stark contrast to the rest of his colleagues that preferred naught but to scheme within the shadows, Tartaglia was a breath of fresh air within the Fatui, as he loved naught but to confront things directly. This quality, however, combined with his trouble-seeking personality, wasn't looked upon too fondly by the rest of his colleagues. As such, they would try best to keep him far away by relegating him the missions that took him away. Even so, with nothing less than finesse and surgical precision would he complete the tasks delegated to him. Appearing in the soft underbellies of Snezhnaya's greatest force, would he deal damage at the eve of conflict. These kinds of behaviors would end up getting Tartaglia marked as naught but the vanguard of the Harbingers of the Fatui. Though what made his force shudder the most was not the skill he displayed on the field. Instead, it was his passion and yearning for battle that was the true driving force that repelled his foes. In turn, was it due to those countless battles that he would hone his style, upon which would build the foundation for his arrogance and conceit. But never would it be known to friend or to foe how the weapon of Snezhnaya was docile at home. But with that, we are going to have to stop the video right there for now. I hope you guys managed to learn something new and exciting about the two-faced warrior of Snezhnaya. If you enjoyed the video, consider giving it a like and let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. While you're at it, maybe check out a few of the other videos on the channel. I'm sure they'll be to your liking. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you don't want to miss out when any new videos get released on the channel. And with that, it has come time for us to part. I hope to see you again in the future, and until then, I'll see you guys later.